Hello, everybody. I hope everyone is having a great day. Today is December 5th. What an awesome day in the cryptocurrency world. Today, I am going to talk about a cryptocurrency named Iota. All right. And on my Facebook last night, I wrote a quick summary and just briefly discussed Iota before it crossed the $3 mark. Just a few days ago, Iota was under $1. Microsoft recently announced a partnership with Iota, and ever since that day, Iota has really taken off and the market cap has increased incredibly. All right, so I'm going to show you a few different things, a few different questions that I've received via Facebook or phone call. The reason why I'm showing this stuff is so I can show my friends on how to get in here. You don't need a lot of money to get in. This is percentage based. If you put in 10 bucks and you make 10%, you'll make a buck. If you have 100 bucks and you make 10%, you'll make 10 bucks. 1,000, you'll make 100. 10,000, you'll make 1,000 on 10%. So this is nothing more than investing money that you may have saved. The actual number is really not relative to what we're doing here. The number is really relative to your own situation. So only risk what you can. This is a high risk investment with any of these cryptocurrencies. This is new to the world. It seems like it's really making its way of acceptance. However, overall, there's still a lot of opportunity to lose a lot of money. So if you do this, do it at your own risk and research as much as possible. Researching this stuff is not difficult. I'm going to break down how to research this, what exchanges to use, and how to transfer money from one exchange to another. All right. So let's start off with how to research Iota. The easiest way on how to research Iota is to go to Google and type in Iota. And I'll give you an idea. If you type in Iota Microsoft, I didn't even have to finish the whole word. It already knows what I'm looking for. Iota Microsoft in the past 24 hours, let's put past week, has really gotten some notice. All right, it's been on CNBC. All right, the actual coin has exploded in price from under $1 to mid $3 range as of right now on this video. And it is continuing to get mainstream recognition. So you're seeing a market cap that is going up by the billions on a daily basis. Okay, so by simply typing in what you're looking for and under tools, adjusting what the time frame. Now I check it so much I hit past hour or past 24 hours so I can get the real deal fresh stuff. And now at this point you can see if you do past 24 hours or past hour, you even get a lot of the forum posts where a lot of guys that are really heavy into this are communicating. I found some really cool information on Reddit by searching under past hour. I found a forum that was discussing someone that found the source code on an exchange called Bittrex. Okay, Bittrex does not currently sell Iota. All right. However, someone figured out on their source code, and now Bittrex is a top 10 exchange in the world for cryptocurrency. They found that they are writing the source code to put Iota on their website. All right, and we'll find out if this was the truth or not in a matter of days. However, there's no doubt that it is on their source code as of the last couple days, Bittrex.com. Now, if that happens and Iota is open to top 10 exchange in the world, you can only imagine the amount of growth that this currency will have. To put that in perspective, CoinMarketCap.com is a really nice tool. It breaks down what the market cap is. All right, that's the total amount of dollars in cryptocurrency across the total amount of coins. Right now, there's 1,325 active coins. If this was the stock market, there'd be 1,300 stocks you could invest in. Once you put your money in, you can buy, sell, or trade for any of these coins depending on what you're confident in, and truly depending on the info that you find. You know, if you find that Microsoft is backing Iota, you may want to put some money in Iota. So currently the market cap is 357 billion with a B, billion. All right, the volume is 15 billion in 24 hours. BTC dominance, that's 55%. That means 55% of that 357 billion is in Bitcoin, one of the strongest coins you can buy. Current value, current value of 11,916. Getting ready to clear 12,000. And hopefully it holds strong for the first time in history. All right. The market for Bitcoin is also getting ready to break $200 billion. And once it crosses that $200 billion mark, the buyer's confidence continues to rise, and you'll see that number continuously pump up. In Bitcoin, in second place would be Ether, just behind Bitcoin. In third place, Bitcoin Cash. And newly placed number 4, Iota. Incredible. Last week, Iota was number 6. Okay, Ripple and Dash were ahead of Iota, and Iota, within the past 2 to 3 days, had a market cap of around $6 billion. Because of this Microsoft news that has been exposed and is now hitting the mainstream media, you are seeing a huge pump into Iota, increasing to a market cap of nearly $10 billion in the past few days. Unbelievable. This coin is going to keep going up, in my opinion. And again, this is just my opinion based off of what I analyze the market to the best of my ability. All right? Unless you're somebody that can tell the future, you're not going to know what this is going to be tomorrow. This could drop off the face of the earth in terms of dollars. It can go down to 50 cents tomorrow. My hopes and my understanding of this market are that $9 billion is diversified across the world on many countries. So for that to happen, logically, it would be a near feat of physical, it'd be a miraculous, event for everyone to just pull out. Now, if there was some speculation where Microsoft backed out of Iota, or Microsoft exposed something that they didn't like, then perhaps it might drop. However, I'd like to think a company like Microsoft would have been diligent enough to do their research prior to spending money and investing and attaching their name to a product. So I truly believe that Microsoft backs this and that they are partnered for this coin for life. And at that point, I really believe this market cap will also double by the end of this month. I mean, it's gone up $3 to $4 billion with a B in the past week. In the past few days. I don't want to say 2 or 3 days. It's 2 to 4 if I had to guess, but it's within 7 days it's gone up that much. And that's a rather unbelievable come up, and it's going to continue to rise, okay? The reason why I believe it's going to continue to rise, you have the big boys coming to town. Something called futures is coming to Wall Street, and you are now going to have U.S. regulated trade against the price of Bitcoin and for the price of Bitcoin. So they can bet against or for it, depending on which direction they think it's going to go. Once this happens, you're going to see big money come into this market cap. To put this in perspective, there's $200 trillion in investments. Bitcoin's at $350 billion. All right, Bitcoin has less than 1% of the market cap for the total investments, all right, in the world. So at this point, and you know what? Let me see. $200 trillion in stocks. Okay. Let's see. I got the number 200 billion from a few things that I read, and I kind of want to just firsthand find something as we're looking. So let's see. Okay, this is how stuff works. Okay, boom. So I had to search it a few times just to see what we got here. And again, this might not be completely accurate, but it gives me a market idea, okay? So if all the money in the U.S. only totals $6 trillion, how can the U.S. stock exchange have $15 trillion? In other words, that's a question that somebody asked on how stuff works, and then they broke it down for you. All right. So in other words, there's a total market cap, it appears, just at the surface of $15 trillion, all right? And then I keep going. U.S. stock market tops $25 trillion. So, it's give or take 15 to 25 trillion, give or take. So election day, oh man, that's freaking awesome. So election date in 2016, it was at $23 trillion, and now it's eclipsed $25 trillion, which is tremendous. That's good credit to what's going on currently in the U.S. market. So that's phenomenal to see. I love seeing that, being that I live in the USA. All right, so $25 trillion market cap, back to where I was at. If Wall Street comes in and invests 1% of that $25 trillion market cap, can you imagine how much is actually going to go into Bitcoin? It's going to be rather unbelievable how high this is going to skyrocket. All right, and if you go here, and I've watched this chart throughout the years, and it's been pretty decent. You know, it hasn't predicted some of the extreme downs as we've seen. Bitcoin likes to take the stairs up and the elevator down. Crypto Nick, 17-year-old who's made $1 million on crypto, says that, and I agree. The stairway up is fun, and it might seem slower because we're making money, and that elevator down is just it feels like an amusement park ride. So Bitcoin, prediction-wise, it predicted it to open in December at 9,800. It opened up over 11 grand. It's predicting a close of 16 grand at the end of December. The futures have been announced for mid-month in the United States. So cryptocurrency is set to have a big bump. I mean, that's nearly a 50% bump, you know, in terms of what you're going to get. All right, and January it's at 16,900, and they're predicting a close of 19. So basically, by March, you're looking at a 20,000 plus cryptocurrency. In fact, by the end of February. So just keep that in mind as you're looking at this. All right, well, getting back to it, IOTA's at a $9 billion market cap. I'm going to refresh this. Let's see if it's crossed $10 billion. All right, so it's gone down 100. It's gone down 100 million. It hasn't crossed the $10 billion mark. It's still up 5% on the hour, and in the past 24 hours, it's up 25%. If you would have had $100 in IOTA, you'd have 125 right now. Pretty unbelievable. Where can I get IOTA? Where can I buy it? Binance.com at the moment is the easiest way to get it. I've really grown to like this user exchange. It's really easy to hit buy. There's no second guessing. It instantly does it for you. It's pretty smooth. I really like the layout of the chart. You can break it out by the minute. You can break it out by the hour, also by the day. I enjoy reading the charts, and I watch the trends, you know, very closely, and that's just what I enjoy doing. I could buy and hold. You know what? I like the excitement of buying and selling and gaining a few more IOTA with every trade that I do. So that's what I do and what I enjoy. I don't recommend it. It's high risk. You can lose all your money or you can make a lot. So, you know, you roll that dice. If you want to transfer money in here, very simple. Once you set up an account, you verify with an ID. This is a pretty decent size exchange. You'd hit highlight funds. You hit deposit withdrawals. It'll give you the information on Bitcoin. Now, you want to transfer like for like. If you're transferring over Bitcoin, you want to transfer over you want to send over Bitcoin to your Bitcoin address. Each currency has a different address to send money to. What I could compare an address to is like having a PayPal address. All right, so, you know, if you send it to one PayPal address, you can send it to another by typing the amount and their email. Email would be the equivalent of a wallet key, okay? So I want to deposit money into my Binance account, meaning I'm going to send money into this account. So I would click on BTC deposit. It's going to give me BTC deposit address because I'm transferring BTC. You can double click on it and copy it. You can hit Control-C, which will also copy it, or you can simply hit copy address. It will tell you on Binance, this exchange pops up and says, succeed. You've copied the address just to let you know, and it does that because this is the most important part that you got to get right. If you mess up, there's no customer service number you can call. Your money's gone. That's it. So very important. Like for like, Bitcoin to Bitcoin. I copy the Bitcoin address. I have this set up. You go into confirm Bitcoin withdrawal. So on this one here, you'd simply find Bitcoin like for like. You'd hit the minus to send it. You'd copy the address. I've already sent from this one before. You type in what you want. It'll tell you what you're going to get after the fee that they have, which is a nominal amount, just a few dollars, and then you'd hit withdraw. I don't want to withdraw anything, but that would be how you do it. At that point, once you do that, you'll have in the matter of, you know, maybe 10, 15, sometimes up to an hour, maybe even longer, it'll pop up as authorized exchange confirming. It'll go through first stage of confirmation, second stage of confirmation, and then it'll say completed. And then within a few moments, if you highlight exchange, I look at the basic exchange is what I've been showing you. You highlight exchange, hit basic. It'll show you down here what your active balance is. Now you can type in, see the price is at 360, which is the equivalent of 0.003079. Why they do that is 360 is the equivalent, or excuse me, 0.0030754 is the equivalent of 360 compared to the actual going rate of Bitcoin. So Bitcoin's at 11,000, $800 right now. That is 0.003074 of one total Bitcoin, which is 360. $3.60, just to put that in perspective. If you ever wanted to essentially buy your IOTA, you would put at the price that you wanted. So right now, the high for the day is at 0.0030890, and the low is 0.001999. That is a huge swing. This number here is around $2.38. That's a $1.20 swing, which represents a huge gain. Okay, so what you do, you put the amount that you want, the price that you want to pay. So right now it's going for 0.0030762. I don't want to pay that. I'm not going to buy any at this price. I think it's going to dip down based on the market trends. And I keep looking at the chart. It looks like it's flattening out here, so I'll look at the 5-minute trend. And you got a lot of candlesticks going in the up direction, which is very bullish. So I'm looking at last 15-minute trend. It's starting to flatten out here. And, it will continue to go up and down. There's a few other ways I look at it. I can get into that a little bit more specifically in other videos. So at this point, going back to here, you put the price that you want in. So on this one, let's say I wanted to buy in at that much. You can put in 25%, 50%, 75%, or 100% of your balance. This actually does the math for you. So I have 1.5 Bitcoin or so in here now. If I put 25%, it'll invest 25% of that. If I have 50%, it's going to invest 50% of that total. Okay, so I have 1.51, 50%, that's 0.75. That's essentially 75% of one total Bitcoin, or in this example represents 50% of my total Bitcoin in this account here. I also have the IOTA on this side. Once you buy them, it'll hit open order, and then it'll go in here in your order history. All right, and once you buy them, it'll show up here. Now you can sell them at any point you want. You can sell 100% of yours. You can sell 75, 50%, or you can just put a custom number in here. So you can essentially buy low if you wanted to. And then I could say, I want to sell this when it hits a little higher. So if I want to sell when it's 3.2, and I would hit sell, it would put the order in here, and then when it goes up there, it would sell. I'm going to cancel this order. I don't want it, but that's how you do it. I'm just showing you how it pops up. I put it up significantly higher than where it was, so it wasn't going to sell. All right. So that's kind of the breakdown of Binance, the way that it works. If you go to this screen, hit exchange, and hit basic, and it doesn't take you to IOTA, all you have to do is click over here, type in the word IOTA. It'll pop up. You click it, and boom. It'll just pop up right there for you. Now you're on IOTA. You can do the same thing with Ether. It'll, boom, give me the Ether chart. It's at 455 per coin, and it gives you the fluctuation, so on and so on. You can do it for Neo, another one of my favorite coins. I have a love-hate relationship with Neo. It's down 6%, 39.26. Oh, man. I've been trading Neo since it was $10, man. It's love-hate. I can promise you that one. Okay, so that's pretty much it. I don't have really much else. I'm going to refresh this one last time. Let's see where we're at. It was at 9.8 billion. And we are at 9.8 billion. So not much market play. We're still at a 5% return on the last hour. And it looks like it's pretty much going up decently consistently. So I hope you guys get into IOTA. Microsoft is obviously a believer. I'm a believer. I've been in since it was closer to $1 and a couple of shares under $1. So just jump in, man. It's 350. It's going to go up, all right? And again, risk what you got. If you lose, don't call me. I told you it's high risk. If you win, give me a call and let's go out to lunch. I hope you guys have a great day. Keep it positive.